Let's get this started. Today is the 14th of May, 2021, and there's a couple of interesting charts that I have to show you. So on the 1 hour, it's an inverse head and shoulders. Okay, we did have a fake out on to the upside, and then right now it's basically just retouching it, it's testing it, it's saying, can I go up? Was it fake out? Usually we see this a couple times on the inverse head and shoulders where it does go up, goes back down again, goes up again, then back down again, potentially making a W. But let's just see what happens, because currently it's above the 20 exponential moving average, which is very important. But another thing that I have to show you guys is on the daily. And me doing a cipher chart. This was, by the way, done in the morning. So for any of the Persian audience, they would have seen me make this chart from scratch. It's basically a cipher chart, which is a bullish pattern. I keep forgetting what it's called. It's not a bat. It's it's the first one on the left, so it's called a cipher. And usually, how we know it's a bullish continuation is by looking at the X and the D and see if there's a slope. So a higher high. I'm sorry, a lower high. So yeah, a lower high. So yeah, that'll be done. On top of that, what else I have to show you guys is by me minimizing this, I have to show you guys the RSI. The RSI is very important, especially if I pop it out on a 4 hour. Actually, let me change it here. Give me a second. Okay, look at this. So this is very important. So on the chart, we're declining, right? The chart is declining this way. But if you look at the RSI, it's a hidden bullish divergence. A hidden bullish divergence takes longer to play out, but the fact that it's even showing this means that the MACD is going to quickly flip over and say, hold up, mate, I'm going to turn back bullish. I'm going to run this back up. Now, there's a couple of price points that we have to bear in mind. Bear in mind, this whole chart now is a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles do tend to go to the upside within a bull market. But then again, how do you know it's still a bull market? It could potentially go down all the way 32. But based on this technical, so we got the cipher, we got the inverse head and shoulders, we got the hidden bullish divergence. So that's already 3 technical charts pointing us to the upside, right? But things that we have to look out for is resistances. So we have a resistance right here. So it won't be perfect, but it will be right here, give or take a couple of dollars. Okay, so we got a resistance right, well, just under 56,000. And then of course we do have the slope. It's a very how do I say it? It's a very theoretical slope. This line that I drew here is just me playing about with the chart. It doesn't still exist because there's still no touch points on it. But the fact that it could be there is even more bullish, because now that I know I've got a support line on top of me that's going to help me not go down. So that's why it's always good to draw these charts just in case, and we can pretend that this is a line of support every time. It might not play out and it might just crash back down, but that's okay. That's the whole point of these charts. Now, we have 3 technical indicators that point towards a bullish divergence, which is great. Now what we're going to do, we're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance. And again, to all my viewers on Clubhouse, I'm on Zoom. So you tap my name, you'll see a meeting ID and a password. You just type that in on Zoom and you're in. And today's session is recorded. So now I'm going to head towards Bitcoin dominance. And Bitcoin dominance, I mean, I spoke about it in the past. I said, listen, this is the Fibonacci level for the support, right? We could potentially go lower than this, but this is technically trying to tell me it's oversold, right? And I'm going to be a little bit more careful when I'm entering altcoins. Personally, I'm not buying any altcoins right now. I'm not buying anything. And my only thing I'm buying right now is Bitcoin, because all these altcoins, they've already exploded, right? And we're still, of course, we're still at our high cap gems, and they still got to pump and etc. etc. They got to pump more. But the final two charts that I have here is a 39.7. Well, let me just see, 39.82. Okay, and then finally I have a 35.85. After that, we have no more data. No, Bitcoin has never been lower than this. So we have no more data after this. So it is what it is. But what I do have to say is that if I take out the Fibonacci tool and I draw the most recent swing high to the most recent swing low, I can see two things. It says that the Fibonacci will return back to the 61% on the Bitcoin dominance. So that's something that I have to look out for, right? So these are the things that I have to look out for. And it's very important that one time during this market, it will range. So the first resistance that it has to break is the 43.53, then the 49.81, and then these red lines until it hits the 61. So these are stuff I'm looking out for the Bitcoin dominance. But then again, it could take 6 months, guys. It could take 6 months. It could take for 1 week. You never know. But realistically, it will probably take more than 2 to 3 months for this whole thing to reverse. But these are the two levels I'm looking at. It could go lower. I don't think it will. It doesn't make sense. But if it does, it does. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the Ethereum versus the Bitcoin chart. Why do you look at the Bitcoin charts? It's because we value everything with Bitcoin. And wow, Ethereum looks beautiful. And I want to congratulate all you Ethereum holders, because you're pumping. You're getting to one of my targets, which is a 0.085. And after that, it's a 0.97. And then you got a boom, 1/10 of a Bitcoin. I mean, but things that I have to look out for is this here. This whole RSI is at 84. I mean, at the peak of the market, we're 88. I mean, there is still room to run for Ethereum. But the fact that this is trying to tell me that this is completely overbought on the RSI, I would be a little bit more careful. I would say there will be some sort of a pullback, but it'll probably stay above the 70 range on the RSI, and it'll do exactly what it did in 2017. Have a small pullback, probably like 15 to 20%, then pump all the way up with 4 green candles, 4 green weekly candles. It's going to go crazy. It's going to go parabolic, and it's probably going to hit at least 0.12 of a Bitcoin. One Ethereum is going to be worth around, I don't know, $8,000, $9,000. That's if past indication presents any future indication. That's an if it happens again. And who knows, it might not happen. It might be complete fake out and you can just go to zero. But if past performance doesn't lead to future performance is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's go to the final charts for today, which is ADA versus Bitcoin. And again, I'm going to look at this on Binance, and ADA is doing amazing. It's hitting targets off the targets. This is on the weekly. I mean, ADA has a lot of room to run, especially during the 2017, 2019, 2017, 2018 craze. The RSI was nearly at 90. We are currently at 77. I mean, Cardano has a lot of room to run. And the fact that it was consolidating for 2 months straight while everything else was pumping, it shows that Cardano is not even late to the party. In fact, when everyone else is declining, Cardano is still going to be going higher. And there's a lot of fundamental, technical. It's the most decentralized coin. Obviously, I'm not trying to sell you Cardano. You can do your own research about it. But even the chart presents what it's worth. This is what I'm trying to say. And it looks beautiful. This could potentially be a cup and handle. I mean, if it does get rejected here, so at the 4,185 Satoshis, it gets rejected, that's bullish, because then it will make a cup and handle. So even if I just drew this and say it just fell here, boom, you're looking at 7,000 Satoshi Cardano anyways. So that's roughly $5 to $8. I mean, I wouldn't complain. Even if it does fall, like a little temporary pullback, that'll be amazing, because that's what I want. Because I want to see a $5 to $8 Cardano. Great. So, and the special coin, I'm going to bring someone up. Anyone from the audience that has one coin, you just say one coin. That's all I'm asking you. You just come up, you say one coin that you want me to look at, and I'll do it for you. So anyone from the audience, just say one coin. Just give me the ticker symbol, and you can come up, just say it. And I'm going to pick someone who is new to here. I'm going to click Nico. If he can come up. No? Oh, he's here.
Call me Shiba coin, please.
You wanted me to look at Shiba?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at Shiba. Thank you, Nico. I'm going to move it back to the audience, and I'm going to look at Shiba. Just to let you guys know, I don't personally like Shiba, but that doesn't mean that you can't make money off Shiba. I don't know which chart to look at. Polyonics. Let me just have a quick look at what that looks like. Let me just change this to the hourly. Okay. All right. I think this is enough data for me. Let me change this to 4 hours. When was this launched? The 19th of May. Wait, what? No, 17th of April. Okay, 17th of April was launched. I mean, let me look at this RSI. Wow. Okay. So Shiba coin is on a mad downtrend. Okay, look. This is on the 4 hour, by the way. I mean, I can't go higher than this. I mean, I could go for a daily, but there's not much data. So I can't go on a daily. So I have to stick with a 4 hour because it's the most important data that this can bring. So Shiba coin's on a downtrend, but the selling pressure is dying. And this can be indicated through the MACD. If you look at the volume, it's also declining. So that will indicate that this is some sort of pattern. So the pattern, it depends on how you're going to look at it. You can look at it as a descending triangle, such as this, which would actually make sense because declining volume, lowering of the MACD selling pressure, because you technically can't go lower than this. If it does, it does, because I wouldn't know anything about the fundamentals of this coin, offering that it's a shit coin. But however, what we can do is draw the targets. So if, for example, Shiba coin comes all the way down, it'll be worth 0 Satoshis, which is a bit unlikely because there's a lot of community hype about it. But if it does break out, the first thing you're looking at a, let me have a quick look at a 3,000, oh my God, 3,846. What is this, correct? Oh, this is Tether. Sorry, my bad. So this is going to be worth $0.000003846. So it's not even a cent, but hey, it's worth money. So yeah. Another thing that I can do is a Fibonacci retracement line. And we can draw it from swing high from here to this swing low. If I make it a little bit more perfect, there you go. And this is just a small indication that Shiba has to go up one more time and retouch the 0.618 just once. It can get rejected and then it will go on a downtrend, but it has to retouch it once. And that would either scare investors or whatever. But yeah, that's Shiba for you. Probably might go up actually, but this huge selling pressure, and we'll have to see on the 4 hour. Well, how many more days is left? Until tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time, you're gonna find out if this is broken up or broken down. So yeah, it'll be great. All right, so that's with this chart. I'm gonna quickly go to CoinGecko, and I'm gonna look at the 24-hour chart just to see which coins are pumping, which coins are not pumping, who's the winner of this market for today. So we've got Dogecoin, we've got Polygon, Venus, Ethereum Classic, Sushi is making a killer, moves. Then we got this one. I don't know what this is, but this is called X Sushi. I'm guessing it's a hard fork of sushi. Then we got Clayton. You're in finance. Wow, we got a lot of DeFi stuff going on today. We even got Polkadot pumping. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's nice. I want to congratulate everyone who owns those coins. And who are the losers of the market? Nano and everyone else who's holding fiat. If you're holding fiat, you're a loser. I'm sorry to say this to you, but the chart even indicates that. The chart even indicates that you're a loser by holding your money in fiat. What is fiat? Fiat is the US dollar, the British pound, the yuan, the yen, the peso, the euro, the toman. It's everything. Anything that's paper money is bullshit. You're better off buying Dogecoin, honestly. Not financial advice again. All right. And last but not least, how's my trade going? It's down $8,500, which is good because it's $182,000 long position. Which then again, I'm not even worried because it doesn't matter. It could go down, it could go up. And then finally, let me just quickly have a quick look at my venture fund. Let's see. Oh, it's going up. Where are we now? We are at $180,000 for the Enzyme protocol. This is Enzyme Finance, by the way. It's like a hedge fund, but it's decentralized and open source, and you can pretty much see everything that I've been doing, and everything that we bought on this thing, it's pumping, especially sushi, giving us great gains. Anyone who is an investor in Enzyme Finance, and then we bought 1,309 tokens of sushi, we made you 10 grand. So congratulations. So yeah, it looks good. It looks fine. Enzyme Finance looks fine. The charts are looking good. But bear in mind tomorrow, CME futures, they're gonna close. So one thing that we have to keep in mind is a CME gap. Usually in the weekends, usually Bitcoin dumps on a weekend. And that's a little bit worrisome, but there's a CME gap. So even if it does dump, it will pump back up. So, oh my God, what the hell is going on here? What's going on here? 1 hour chart. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. The 4 hour looks different. But yeah, it looks fine, everyone. I wouldn't worry. I mean, we got a strong line of support at the $48,658. If it goes lower than that, it's still fine. I wouldn't worry because we got huge buy orders at 46. So if anyone knows how to use the order books, look at the order books on Bitcoin. We have over 1,000 Bitcoin buy positions for 46K. So that is technically a VPR support. Great. So that's the session for today.